202.
Yes.
Yes, it's right. And what do you think about that?
It's not that much.
It's not much.
No.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah.
What could be done to reduce the cost to the taxpayer?
Excuse me?
What could be done to reduce the cost to the taxpayers?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
You can read it.
You can read it yourself.
I don't know. I don't think it's that much at all for helping some people. So I don't think we need to reduce it.
Okay. Danish Red Cross argue that asylum seekers should be allowed to work and through that pay taxes. What do you think?
Oh, can I read that? If they want to work and they can because they can speak the language and they can help out, I think it's a good idea if they want to.
Okay.
But of course, you have to think about that these people may have some problems, some psychological problems, some physical problems, and then they can't work, so you can't force them. But if they want to work and they can work, then sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is our.
Thank
Thank you.
1 minute. 1 minute. Can take a picture.
And you will put
During
the
the-
newspaper if you want.
So the first question is, do you know how much the average asylum seeker costs Danish society each year?
I have no idea.
I will give you now three options. That's 55, 250 kroner. Then second one is 2,000 to 22,400 kroner, and the third one is 680, 500 kroner.
I think the middle one.
The middle
Yeah,
one.
it's right.
Yeah, that's the true answer. And the second question is, what do you think about that?
I think it's very, very low. It's a very small amount of money to make a living. To exist.
Thank you for the answer. And the third question is, what could be done to reduce these costs to the taxpayer?
To reduce it, I don't know. Do we have to reduce it? Maybe we should take better care of people in the asylum centers. I think.
Danish Red Cross argues that asylum seekers should be allowed to work and through that pay taxes. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very
Thanks.
much.
Do they know what this is for?
Yeah.
You tell them?
A simple question.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
example, the cost of the asylum
Yeah, yeah.
seekers, and then we'll give you three options if you don't know the exact amount. So you can select one of the
Yeah,
options,
yeah.
and then we'll ask you that, do you think that this amount will, will enough for them to have been solved your problems for them? We'll say yes or no, or the
Still nice,
Danish
still nice.
government can increase it, so it would be a help to
I
them.
think maybe this.
No,
No?
it's the middle.
In the middle.
So,
Okay.
what do you think about that?
That's a hard question. I think those money could be spent better for like to do something else instead of just running an asylum seeker that nobody likes, asylum center that nobody likes. So this money should be spent in another way, and asylum seekers should be part of deciding how to spend this money.
What could be done to reduce this cost to the taxpayer?
To let asylum seekers work would be one thing, and yeah, maybe that's one thing.
Danish Red Cross argue that asylum seekers should be allowed to work and through that pay taxes. What do you think?
I think asylum seekers should, of course, be allowed to work as anybody else. I think it's crazy that you can be somewhere and and it can be forbidden for you to work. So, but I think asylum seekers should be allowed to decide for themselves, like everybody else.
Yeah. Thank you. Miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the average asylum seeker costs Danish society each year?
No.
I will give you then three options. The one is 55, 250 kroner. The second one is 222, 400 kroner.
200,000.
Yeah,
22,000.
200,000.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the third one is 668, 500 kroner.
I really don't know. And also because there's a lot of difference in the way that the people are treated.
The right answer is 222,000 kroner.
Yeah,
per
that's not
member.
much.
What do you think about that? I mean, about that amount. Is that enough for asylum seeker to?
I know some have problem by surviving, but I think there's so many ways that they are treated, the people who comes here, and some of them definitely have too little money.
And what could be done to reduce the cost to the taxpayer?
To
The taxpayer?
to do what?
To
What
reduce-
could to reduce the cost to the taxpayer? I don't know. What could be done to reduce the cost to the taxpayer? Do you mean how much the Danish population pays to the asylum seekers?
Yeah, to the tax.
I don't think that should be reduced. I think that should be. We should pay the fair share by the tax. Or do I misunderstand the question? To reduce the
It's not
cost.
explained to me with the question. I'm also
Yeah.
confused with this a little bit. So.
This
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
background information.
There is a seekers to yes, every course out you're allowed to work. Yeah, that's what it's yeah, but that's one of the questions, of course, that the asylum seekers would be able to work.
That's the last question, sorry.
Yeah,
I will ask
that's
you
the
that.
last one.
Danish Red Cross argues the asylum seeker should be allowed to work and
Yeah.
do that pay taxes.
I
What do
think
you
there's many good reasons for that asylum seekers should be allowed to work. Also that, if you do go around do nothing, you feel worthless, and that's the worst thing that can happen. I think that it gives you some value if you have a work and you like it, or you are useful somehow. That you're not just someone knocking on the door begging, but you are a person with which we should respect.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Questions like what? The questions, let me show you the questions. Like the cost of a person or asylum seeker per year, how much will be that? If you don't know the exact amount, then we will give you options. 3 options, you can select one from them that fits in your mind. And the second one is that what do you think if the asylum seeker could be allowed to work and pay the taxes? These are the kind of questions if you would like to answer.
I think they should be allowed if they have a good case.
We will ask you.
Okay, I will ask you, I will start the question. Do you know how much the average asylum seeker costs Danish society each year?
No.
Okay, I will give you now 3 answers. 55,250 kroner. The second one, 222,400 kroner. And the third one is 68, 500 kroner. Which one will you be the best answer?
600.
No, this is not the right answer. The right answer is 222,400 for each asylum seeker per year. So the
What do you think about that?
So 200
Yeah. It's 222,000 crown.
per year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The average asylum seeker costs Danish society 220,000 crown each year.
It's too much.
It's
do you
too
think it
much?
is too much for one person?
Okay. But
It's the one they give to the asylum seeker, or the asylum seeker has to pay.
No. This is the government is paying
To the
for
asylum
the
seek-
asylum seekers.
Okay.
Yeah, to have food, to have, for example, what do they need?
Then I think
like an
it's okay.
accommodation.
it's okay? You think you also?
Okay. And the last question is Danish Red Cross argues the asylum seekers should be allowed to
This
work.
one, sorry, this one, it's okay if they allow the asylum seeker also to have working permit and work.
Yeah. So this is
Beside
the
with this
question.
one.
Yes. You are agree with this one?
Yeah.
It's a good idea to work the asylum seekers.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Prince
Where you come from?
from Ghana.
Ghana. You don't speak French? This is our new time. newspaper. Maybe we put you newspaper if you want.
I was asking, but they went.
We will put you maybe your answer
They
in
will
newspaper.
have good answers.
Maybe you'll be able to work in.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because everybody needs, you know, like a sense of worth and a sense of self, and you can't get that if you're like locked up in a camp. I mean, that's what we do to people who do